What are some questions you think you should ask your partner to really understand them when you get into a serious relationship?
Well, first and foremost, you want to understand each other's upbringing. That's the biggest thing, because most of the time, how you was brought up is kind of who you are as an adult. And opposites do attract, but it's different sometimes when you, let's just say you have one person who comes from a 2-parent home and the other person who comes from a 1-parent home. And maybe that 1-parent home, and I'm not speaking on, I'm just giving examples.
Yeah.
Maybe that 1-parent home, maybe the dad or the mom is, planting bad seeds about the other parent. So now that kid is growing up resenting the other parent when they really haven't heard the other side.
Exactly.
Which causes mommy issues, daddy issues. So now
Happens a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Now when you're older, now you butting heads with your partner for certain things.
Okay, you projecting.
Or the person that comes from the 2-parent home thinks he or she knows exactly how it's supposed to go.
I see.
You think,
okay,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? This is how I've, you know what I'm saying? This is exactly how it's supposed to go. I've seen it, like, but that don't mean that, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna work for us.
Exactly. And that goes off of that. What I show you the next chapter, that basketball league. Like I literally seen people go from the bottom of the total pole, not that good, but they go into the laboratory, get their skills right, and they come back. And that's why I told you I'm starting to play basketball, because when I was younger, I think I just wanted instant gratification, where it was like I just wanted to be nice automatically. And I know you have to like practice your handles, you have to practice your shots. I was talking to Ryan, like it's not just you going to the practice I set up for you. You got to take it home with you. You have to put some more time in than just the ordinary kid if you want to be nice.
That is facts.
And it's crazy that I'm learning that later on in life. That's why I feel like you're never too young. Well, first let's get into this episode. What's good? It's your boy, Trave the Realist, and it's episode number 8 of If You Don't Mind Me Asking. And I'm running in the back with my boy, Amons.
Yeah, I'm bike.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
Yeah.
we were just talking a little bit earlier about us getting back into our fitness, different things like that. So you told me a few months ago you wanted to get back into your fitness journey. So
Yeah, man.
how's that been going?
Man, it's been going well. It's crazy, just the fact, that I have started this fitness journey and started back up on it. I wish it was just one thing or one reason why I jumped into it, but it's actually a multitude of things. One of the reasons was I start with, I guess like last year or so, I had got up to 253 pounds, bro. Like, I'm 6 feet tall, bro, and I'm naturally like a slim guy. I've always been slim, bro. And I wasn't liking what I was seeing in the mirror, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was seeing it in my face. I got a picture with my daughter, bro. When I'm holding her, you know how you holding a kid and they straddling they got their legs on you, bro. She's literally, I'm standing up and she's resting on my belly, bro. Like,
oh man.
So I'm looking.
Good support.
Yeah, good support. And it's crazy though. Like I saw that, I didn't like it, but it wasn't enough for me to change. You know what I'm saying? So then a second thing was when I was getting sick, like, little colds and stuff, or COVID, things like that. So if I go to the ER or the urgent care or something like that, or just going to get a checkup or whatever, what's the first thing they do after you call you back?
Do some tests on you?
Blood pressures and all, what I'm saying?
Blood work.
All that. So I went like 3 or 4 times within like a 2-year period from, within, just getting checked up on or getting sick, things like that, bro. And each time they was telling me my blood pressure was high. Or not just really high, but it was higher than it should be.
And that's the number one killer in black men.
Number one killer, you know what I'm saying? So that's the second thing. Still didn't make me change for real. I was working at this job 2 years ago. One of my coworkers had a stroke. I know you
had
a stroke around that same time, both of y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? After you got back better, I saw you start losing weight. You start tapping into your health. Shredded a lot of weight. Bro, at my job, same thing. You know what I'm saying? He started tapping into his health. I'm seeing him walk around like every time he get a 15-minute break or every time he get a lunch break, he's not really eating. He's probably eating smoothies, berries, stuff like that. And he's working out. Now he's slim and he's like cut up now. You know what I'm saying? Like he took it really serious after that scare. And then, bro, like, so we moved into the house, me and my family. I had started back getting into it. I set up me a gym in my garage.
I seen that.
Yeah, set up a gym in my garage. I'm getting to it, you know what I'm saying? At least I feel like I was, but I was still smoking.
Mm-hmm.
I was still socially drinking. The smoking, I had been doing it for like 10 plus years, bro, since like high school and, you know, marijuana, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm smoking, bro. And it got to a point where I'm like, bro, this ain't doing nothing for me but triggering cravings. It ain't doing nothing for me at all no more, bro. All it is triggering cravings, bro. I'm working out. No matter how hard I work out, bro, I want some snacks. And I'm a little Debbie eating dude, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll go eat some little Debbie cakes if I got them cravings, bro. It just is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So that happened, bro. Our house got struck by lightning and caught fire.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of threw off everything that I had going on in a sense. Fortunately, we was able to, the insurance, you know, took care of everything, fortunately, and we were able to rent a house right across the street.
Nice.
While the house is in the process of, you know, everything getting fixed and all that. So I'm literally right there across the street, bro. God bless, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up taking a lot of my gym equipment to the new house.
Mm-hmm.
I set it up, and I just tapped in, bro. It was one time, bro, I had my jar of weed or whatever, bro, and I had a little left. I'm like, bro, I'm tired of this. Like, I'm tired of the way I look in the mirror. Like, I'm tired of looking like I smoke. Man, like, I'm just tired of this, bro, and I'm not getting nothing from this no more. You know what I'm saying? It's not benefiting me at all. Like, it makes me procrastinate. Even if I go do it, I'm taking time. Like, man, let me sit down. Let me chill for a second. I'll do that in a second. That turned into an hour or two. And now I'm behind on my day. Going to work, I'm still handling my business, but you don't feel good, bro. Like, you know, you just feel fatigue and dragging and all that stuff, bro. So,
and I feel like, well, when I was doing it, I feel like time was wasted. Like time was flying
bro.
by and you wasn't doing anything.
Straight up, bro. You're not doing nothing, bro. Like, and it's all like it's like a temporary, you know, feeling. It's temporary.
Like a placement holder kind of.
It's a placement holder, bro. It kind of like, it's like a blocker from all the stuff that you scared to really face. Like for real. All the stuff that you in doubt about within yourself, you know, it ain't just marijuana. It could be any drug that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be anything that you're doing, bro. It's like a blocker. It's trying to you shielding yourself from attacking what you need to attack because you know you could be doing better in a sense. At least that's how I feel. I'm gonna speak for myself.
No, you speaking to the crowd. Keep
you know
going,
what I'm
bro.
saying? So I got on my workout journey, bro. I stopped smoking, and I've been shedding weight like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I really been on it. And if you tapping in on my Instagram, if you seen my Instagram, you see I've been at it, bro. I've been tapping in. And it makes me feel good that people have been reaching out to me, like some of my close friends, you know what I'm saying, family members or whatever. They reach out to me and say, man, like, I'm seeing the progression, bro. Like, your arms look bigger. I see your shoulders, bro. Like, your shoulders and stuff look like you been going crazy, bro. You making me tap in, bro. Like, I'm
you got
on
me
it.
back into there, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like I started seeing you do your workout in the garage. I'm like, man, I need to start getting out the house and start doing something.
Bro. Straight up, bro. And that's a good feeling though. You know what I'm saying? To be able to inspire, even if it's just one person. You know what I'm saying? You people got all these followers, but even if you inspire one person to tap in and be a better version of themselves, you did something good, bro. You serving others. Like, and I got that from my brother Ryan, bro. Like, one thing, you gotta serve others, bro, and God gonna serve you in the best way when you serving others. Like, it just is what it is, bro.
And what I see is a lot of your videos, I be seeing your son and your daughter in the back observing you. They're gonna follow what they see.
I'm happy you said that, bro. And that was another thing. I'm happy you brought that up because that was another thing. Like, you know, my son is at the age where he's real observant. My daughter, she's still in her, you know, toddler age. She ain't 2 yet. She, you know, they understand, but they not as observant as my 6-year-old. So my son is like, I was starting to look at myself in the mirror, bro. I'm like, how can I try to give him order and I look like a slob, bro? Like, he can see this. And I've heard my son, like, just jokingly, like, he ain't say it to nobody in their face, but he be like, oh, it's so-and-so a big back. Like, if he see it on, like, I don't know.
He know. Kids know.
Kids know. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't said it to me, but obviously, Daddy looked way bigger than I was when you was younger. Like, I was 253, bro. Like, my really walking around weight, I feel like is at least like 195, bro.
Dang, okay.
Like, probably around that. Unless that's why I was playing that.
In
at
college,
SEMO. I was like 192. You know what I'm saying? I felt amazing.
But you're comfortable weight, what my dad said.
Comfortable weight. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm coaching him. well, I was coaching him in football at the time, but even me as just a parent now and not coaching him, it's kind of hard, I feel like, for me or for him to listen to me when he's not seeing me put in that type of work. He's not seeing me work out. I don't look in shape.
Mm-hmm.
How are you gonna tell me to go hard, Daddy? If you don't even look like you, you don't even look like
That's
you go
real.
hard.
Because
You know
these
what I'm
kids are
saying?
way more smarter and observant than we give them credit for.
You do not look like you work out, or even when you did play, it don't look like you was running fast. That I just can't tell you. I can't see it, Daddy. Like, and he's not saying that, but that's what I was thinking maybe was going on in his mind.
Yeah.
So now it's to the point where when I do go to the gym, like, I take him with me. So if I go to Ryan's gym and work out with bro, like, you know what I'm saying, he comes with me. And I have Ryan probably set up a little drill or something for him to do and stay active. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big thing too, bro. Just knowing that my kid is watching me and wanting to set a good example, bro. Because it's not too late to change and instill that in his head. Oh, my daddy made a change. And he don't see me. I don't smoke in front of him, or I didn't smoke in front of him, but he knows the smell.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't did it in a while. So just eliminating that, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to be a better version of myself for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's been working, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm smiling more. I feel like I'm glowing a little better, bro. All that stuff, bro. Like I'm feeling good.
Do you have a favorite workout? So when I had my stroke and was getting back into it, like my go-to was walking. I would walk like 5 miles a day. Mm-hmm. It was therapeutic to me. I would listen to the nature. To me, it just calmed my spirit, and it was something I knew I could do. Mm-hmm. So do you have a workout that you just enjoy doing?
Yeah, bro. It's two actually right now.
Okay.
Curls with my curl bar, and then overhead press.
Okay.
The overhead press, like, I don't know, it's working all this chest up here, bro. And the push, it gives me some type of like testosterone boost, I feel like. Mm-hmm. Probably not as much as it would if I was doing squats or something, although I hate legs, you know what I'm saying? But you got to get it done, though. It is what it is. The legs are the most important thing on the body, I feel like, when it comes to working out and that testosterone, like doing squats and stuff like that is beneficial. So I definitely tap in with legs when I'm with Ryan at his gym. But like I was telling you, I'm in the middle of, I'm like doing seasonal workouts. Yeah. So I'm attacking 4 workouts every day for 90 days. Nice. So the next 90 days, the next season, of course, because we got 4 seasons. The next season, I'm gonna do something else. Unless I'm liking the results for certain exercises I'm doing, I'll roll them over and add them to the next season. But yeah, bro, I'm enjoying this, bro. Like I'm feeling real good, bro. Like real talk.
Do you prefer group workouts or personal, or just by yourself?
It depends. I like both. I like both. I like because working out by yourself, it can be lonely. It can be boring. And being healthy is boring. Living a healthy lifestyle is boring, bro. Like, come on now, like
doing the right thing is boring.
Doing the right stuff is boring, bro. Yeah. Like eating right, like that's been a big thing for me too. Eating right, tracking the amount of calories and fats and carbs and protein that I'm intaking a day. I've been tracking all that, and it's boring, bro. It's real boring. Rice and chicken, rice and steak, or little stuff like that. It's real boring and bland, but you know what I'm saying? You got to sacrifice to get what you want, bro. Like, it's just
what's been motivating me recently, I'll be seeing these old people who look amazing. Like, they're like 75, 80. They're still moving well. Their mind's still intact. And I'm just like, I didn't really see that growing up. So for me, seeing that that's possible, I want to obtain that. Like, I forgot. I'll see this one dude on Facebook. He be saying, like, yeah, people always tell me, like, hey, you can't outrun disease and X, Y, and Z. He was like, well, I'm not trying to outrun the disease. He's like, I'm trying to make sure that this vessel is as healthy as it can be, and that if I am getting old, I want to feel the best I can. He said, I don't want to be 80 and feel like shit. He said, I want to be 80 and feel amazing.
Straight up, bro. And it take them sacrifices right now, bro. Like, you know, like we in the culture where it's a lot of drinking and smoking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to convince nobody to stop, because, you know, people gonna run their own race. Like I just said, it took me like 4 or 5 things, not just one thing. It took me like 4 or 5 things to really say, man, forget this, bro. I'm finna do this. Yeah. So me just telling somebody is not finna just make them jump and change. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like your mood has changed?
Of course. Yeah, my mood has changed. I got more energy, less mood swings. I don't get triggered as easy. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm getting presented with something that I don't feel like talking about, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like I still have my moments, of course, but I feel like I'm much more clear, and I have much more clarity, bro.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I'm not so clouded up here, bro. Just is what it is, bro. Like I said, when I look in the mirror, bro, like I'm starting to like what I see again.
And that's a big like,
thing,
confidence
bro.
is so big in life,
bro.
man. That's dope. That's dope, man.
I straight did not. I was at a point, bro, where I'm like, bro, like you look like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro, like you done fell off like this.
Yeah.
Like you really look, you like if somebody didn't know me, bro, you like that dude. He look lazy as hell, bro. Like he don't do nothing. That's how I was feeling.
Yeah.
Though, you know what I'm saying? And
I feel like people could pick up on that energy as well.
you ain't lying, bro. Because people, energy speaks, bro. If you not confident, people can tell. If you are confident, people gonna tell. No matter if you ain't got nothing going on, but if you walking around with confidence, bro, you know what I'm saying? People gonna eat that up. Exactly. It just is what it is, and people gonna fall in line with it because you are who you be. Like you confident about what you got going on. And the only reason why I kind of lost confidence because I know that wasn't me.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why, bro. Like I know that's not me. And I'm nowhere near supposed to be 253 pounds, bro.
You didn't show up for yourself.
I didn't show up for myself, bro. I was making excuses, probably blaming others, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I was seeing this lady, I think she had to be like 55, but she's like, she's a beat maker and she's like making like hood beats. And she was in like, and each of her posts is like, all right, day one of me showing up for myself, day 2, day 3, day 4. And each day her beats is getting better. And I'm like, man, these older people can get it done. I can get it done.
No, straight up, bro. That's tough. You say that too. Like, that's motivation and that's inspiration. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, if you don't go put the work in behind the inspiration, it's nothing more than inspiration in its purest form. That's all it is, bro. If you don't go put the work in after you're inspired by it. And that's kind of what it was, though, bro. Like, me, I'm grasping inspiration from certain people, too, within my journey. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, what you doing right here, and then how you bounce back after your stroke. That's inspiration, bro. Seeing Ryan do what he do, like from when I first got down here, bro, like going to his classes, he always had a nice amount of people, but what he got going right now, bro, that's inspiration, crazy. Bro, and a lot of it got to do with how he channeled his faith, bro. Like he be saying a lot of times, bro, like man, it's out of my hands, bro. It's in God's hands. I can't do nothing about it. It's God got it. It is what it is, bro. It's out of my hands. And that, you know how strong mentally you gotta be to accept that and just be like all in with your faith, bro, and not question nothing else. That's inspiration, bro. Like real talk, bro. Inspiration, you know what I'm saying? Like I
was talking to Kwaku, my guest last week after the episode, and I was saying that with this whole podcast, whatever you do, like the biggest thing that will get you to the next level is luck. But luck isn't. The luck is a secret ingredient, but the biggest ingredient is you got to put that work in. Like if that work isn't there, if you're not showing up each and every day, your stuff never going to go out. Like with Ryan, like he put time in. I literally seen him build his gyms up from scratch.
Straight up, bro. Yeah.
Each and every day he set goals for himself. He never wavered, and now it's to the point where, like you said, like I'm looking at his thing like at a maze, like yo, you have like a real business going on.
Nah,
right?
Bro, it is, bro. Like he told me one time, I went to one of his boot camps, and he was like, I got 60 people on my that's supposed to be showing up this Saturday. Like, I got 60. Like, cause he texted me like, you coming to boot camp? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm just trying to make sure I got 60 people that's supposed to be showing up. And I'm like, damn.
So how hard are these boot camps, man? I'm kind of scared. I want to go. How hard is it? I'm kind of scared, man. I don't want to hurt myself.
I've been to 3 this year because the work schedule wasn't letting me go at first, but now the work schedule is kind of different, so I can go on Saturdays. And I've told him, bro, I'm 0-3 against this man in them workouts, bro.
I be seeing, I'm scared. 0-3 right now. Dang,
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna bounce back, but nah, he puts a good plan in, bro. You could tell he love it, bro. At least that's what it seems like, cause he really in his mode when he in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's bro, but when we in there, that's not bro. He a different person when we in that element. That's his element, bro. Now, I'm proud of bro and what he got going on, bro. That shit tough, bro. Like he really making it happen, bro. And it's only gonna get bigger. He motivates a lot of people, bro. Just based on the energy he gives.
I remember we did my first podcast. We was recording outside. Some lady passed by. She's like, "Are you recording us?" He was like, "No, like to stay blessed." Like he was just so peaceful, and like bro. His attitude just diffused the whole thing. Where I was just like, "Wow, like she's really about to turn up." If it was like because I low key was about to match energy low key, but he was like, "Nah, bro. Like we just doing our thing, man." Like, and you could just tell like when you're walking in your purpose, and that's what I think like. he found his purpose and he went all in. Like
Straight
he's
up, bro.
not cheating himself. And I do think when God sees that you really are all in, he's going to bless you.
Straight up. That's funny you said it though, cause you know that me and him, that's bro. Me and him been locked in France since we was like 4 years old, playing t-ball, played every sport together. So that's like my brother for real. You know what I'm saying? Right hand man. And I've always been the hothead friend.
For real?
Yeah, and he always been the more laid back. So
I thought you was the laid back and he was a hot head.
I'm one of them 0 to 100 guys. So
Okay.
I'm laid back. I'm observant, bro. I'm reserved. I'm observant, but I'm quick tempered, bro. Like, and I've gotten better at that. 'Cause I'm too old for that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody trying to squabble, bro. Like, nobody will put you down, bro. Like, it's at that point, bro. We too old for all that. So I'm just having to check myself, and everything ain't worth a blow up. In a sense. So it's been times where he like, bro, chill, bro. No, you good, bro. Don't even fall. Don't let them trick you out your position. You know what I'm saying?
And you need people like that.
Need that, bro. You need that, and I can count on him to do it for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because that's been his character for the most part.
That's tough. All right, so speaking of brotherhood, family, different things like that. I had a question I asked on Facebook today, but I'm kind of abbreviated for you. What do you wish you have done, or what do you wish you have known before you started a family?
What do I wish I've known, or I knew, or I known before I started a family, bro? I don't want to say nothing like, and feel like I'm disrespecting my girl, of course. But I feel like we both would agree we probably would have waited a little longer to really get to know and understand each other better before we started a family. Like, we already knew each other from middle school, you know what I'm saying? But middle school happened. I went to a different high school. She went to a different high school, whatever. And, we ain't seeing each other no more. And then we kind of connected a little bit in college, but it wasn't really nothing. And then around age 24, 25, we reconnected again, but we two totally different people now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've experienced different people. She's experienced different people, bro. So we just two totally different people, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we ended up having my son, which is the greatest blessing in the world. And I wouldn't trade his mama for no other woman, bro. Like, when it comes to that, situation and all that stuff like that, bro, she a great mom, bro. She handled business, you know what I'm saying? But we have had tough situations within the relationship just because it wasn't a planned thing. Again, I wouldn't trade my son for nothing. He's been the biggest blessing, bro. He light up the room, bro. And he motivates me.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, bro, if you probably ask her too, bro, we both probably say do it a different way as far as like getting to know each other really, really, for real, before we have kids or before we have a kid. You know what I'm saying? We do have kids, we have 2 kids, but before we have the first kid, we should have really, really dove into each other.
Do you feel like you really know her now?
Yeah.
Okay. So going off of that, what are some questions you think you should ask your partner to really understand them when you get into a serious relationship?
Well, first and foremost, you want to understand each other's upbringing. That's the biggest thing, because most of the time, how you was brought up is kind of who you are as an adult. And opposites do attract, but it's different sometimes when you, let's just say you have one person who comes from a 2-parent home and the other person who comes from a 1-parent home. And maybe that 1-parent home, and I'm not speaking on, I'm just giving examples.
Yeah.
Maybe that 1-parent home, maybe the dad or the mom is, planting bad seeds about the other parent. So now that kid is growing up resenting the other parent when they really haven't heard the other side.
Exactly.
Which causes mommy issues, daddy issues. So now
happens a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Now when you're older, now you butting heads with your partner for certain things.
Because you're projecting.
Or the person that comes from the 2-parent home thinks he or she knows exactly how it's supposed to go.
I see.
You think,
okay,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? This is how I've, you know what I'm saying? This is exactly how it's supposed to go. I've seen it, like, but that don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna work for us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So just little stuff like that, bro.
One thing I saw that was that I took from what people were responding to the post was it was like, if you're marrying somebody, if you're gonna have a family with somebody, you're also marrying their family.
You are, straight up. That's exactly what you're doing, bro. And for the most part, you marrying a family, And let's just say you and your partner do have a disagreement. And she mad at you, you mad at her at the moment, and she go vents to her family. And she just, both of y'all probably just emotional at that moment.
Yeah, she just trying to get something off.
Just trying to get off.
But the family gonna hold it.
The family gonna hold it. And now y'all back.
Ooh,
now y'all back. Now y'all back in the room. And y'all doing what y'all do. And now everybody happy again.
Yeah.
But everybody she done told, next time they see him or vice versa, everybody he done told, next time they see her, everybody looking side out at this person. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big thing people always say, man, keep your family out of your business, out of that type of business, relationship business, because they always going to side with you for the most part.
Always.
Which they should. I mean, I ain't going to say they should, but I mean, like, especially like your mom or something, I brought you in this world. I'm not taking nobody's side over my babies. That's how mamas think. Like, I tell her or him in private that they wrong, but in front of, no, I'm not taking, no, that's not a normal thing, I don't think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People really protective of their seeds, bro. They kids, bro. They not finna just, you know what I'm saying, take somebody else's side over their kid, bro. It just I don't too much see that happen.
Okay.
You
So
know
talk about protecting your seed. Let's talk about Deion Sanders, man.
Yeah, okay.
And his son, man, Shedeur.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Shedeur gonna be a flop? You think he'll be good?
Shedeur is good. I think Shedeur is real good. Actually, I was in the sense that he was gonna be the first pick of the draft before all this stuff happened. I had been saying it last year after I saw him play his senior year at Colorado. The dude is cold, bro. Especially I have quarterback experience as well, bro, and he manipulates the pocket in a good way. He holds onto the ball too long sometimes. I give him that, but he's dead accurate, bro. Like, he's a franchise quarterback in my opinion. Now,
can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
And I'm just playing devil's advocate. I love Shedeur, but I haven't seen him do good with the best crop of talent on the field, like the ones. Or I haven't seen him play the best competition in college. Like, yeah, he played it in his division, but his division wasn't the best division in college.
It wasn't.
So for me, I think it's interesting on both sides where he gets a lot of hate, he gets a lot of love. I just want to see this kid get a chance to prove himself, get a few actual games underneath his belt before we start giving him any type of awards or talking any negativity about him. That's what my thinking with it.
Okay.
And I think the reason he's getting it, like the bad side is because he's Deion's son. Like, so he's going to get that negative press. But the good side is like you Deion's son.
Yeah.
So you're going to get that exposure. Like you want to get these deals. He's going to actually show you how to build your brand. And that's what, and that's the thing where like I want to see this kid grow, but I want to see us as the people just let him grow. Because he in his interviews he's very modest. He's a good kid. He has a good head on his shoulders. It's not like he's hyping himself up. But every time I turn on the TV, it's either all right, he need to be higher or he need to be lower. We're just like, yo, let's just see what happens.
I mean, I feel that, but you know, bro, like, you know how we are as a people, our culture, bro. Like, when it comes to successful people within our culture, bro, for the most part, we gonna ride with them until they do something that makes everybody turn their back. And we've been riding with this Sanders family. Not every black person, of course, but for the most part, bro, 90%, 95% of the black culture, bro, has been riding for the Sanders family since Deion got to Jackson State and then went to Colorado. So we want him to succeed. And then, like, granted, you said he wasn't playing against the best talent, but check this out. When he was at Colorado, he was there for 2 seasons. Deion wasn't getting the best talent either. It's Colorado. So the O-line that he got, those wasn't 5- and 4-star O-linemen. So he couldn't go play against Alabama who got 5-star defensive linemen all over the trenches and 5-star just 5 stars all over the place. It's not going to look right. Now put him as an Alabama quarterback. I guarantee you, bro, come on now. The dude is different, bro. He's a hell of a quarterback. And when you saw him play with the ones that preseason game, when he got the start, like 2 touchdowns. He went like
preseason, bro.
But them ones on the field, it's preseason. But those are the ones, though, right?
But you remember did you ball out on all of your preseason games, or did you just kind of go through the motions?
I mean,
I'm talking about when you're a one and you know you have your position,
I get what
you're going through you're going 100%. But when you were 2 or 3, that's when you going balls out in preseason.
I feel that, bro, but at the same time, this is the NFL, bro. Nobody, I feel like they are playing hard. They only playing, them starters really only playing a series, maybe 2. And within that, you're not out there BSing because you don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
You know how that go.
No, you're right.
You've been in the trenches. If you was in the trenches, bro, let's go back to college. You in the trenches, bro, and you start playing around and not taking it serious, bro, you can get hurt in there.
But you also played D1 college, and in college, a lot of the players, even in D1, aren't that nice. Like in the league,
that's true.
That's when it's like all the fat is cut.
Everybody
nice in the league.
That's
like they're like I play people in D1 AA where I'm like, yo, how you even get here? You know what I'm saying? So it's just, to me, I just, like I said, I ain't knocking this kid. I just want to see him do his thing without so much eyes on him in the beginning, because I think the thing with our culture is like, once we do put all this faith in him, it brings a lot of attention. But like, say if he doesn't live up to it, yo, we are real quick to like bring somebody down too. Like as high as fast as you rise, as fast as you fall.
Yeah,
and I want this kid to have a nice a nice opportunity. But me and Reggie was arguing about whether he's cocky or not, and he was just like, well, Archie Manning getting the same type of treatment. I was like, is he? I don't know.
Well, you gotta think about it, bro. You got Shedeur, bro. Like everywhere he go, he has a camera following him. Everywhere, and it's his older brother, Deion Jr. He got the media company and brand, and he's recording his little brother's every move. And that's not the norm. Mm-hmm. And it's drawing a lot of unnecessary attention, which it is. I agree with what you're saying, but it's a different time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got me a third string. I'm on the bubble already. I'm using this media as a backup. Like this is I make money off this media too. Like this is another source of income. Y'all already dropped me from being a first round projected player to a fifth rounder. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I lost out on $20 million just from that. So come on now, like I'm the most popular player in this draft, and y'all know it. Y'all know it. If y'all would have drafted me first round, y'all gonna sell out just because I'm here, even if I'm on the bench. Y'all gonna sell out. Well, so if that's cocky, I get it, but he's putting butts in the stands, bro.
And that's what I was gonna say. I think numbers matter, and if you know that he's affecting your bottom line in a positive manner, treat the man as such. Like, don't be acting like he just. And that's where it's like, I'm conflicted. Where it's just like, I know this guy bringing attention, but like you said, it's also the last name. Mm-hmm. But I did see something recently on YouTube. It was when Deion Sanders had his like show back in the day with his sons and things like that. Yeah, and he was with Shedeur. And he was talking to Shedeur because he was like, yo, Shedeur isn't that confident. Like, he has confidence issues. He's like, I'm trying to instill it into him. And you just saw how he spoke life into his son. And to see it now, I'm just like, you know what? That's just great parenting. Like, I said, whatever you want to say, you can hate on him, LeVar Ball, whatever. These are some great dads, if you ask me.
They are, bro. And it's crazy. People don't give them enough credit. It's a lot of energy that goes into being that type of parent. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of energy, bro. Like, for you to get your kids to that level, bro, and stay on them like you do. Like they was really on their kids, bro, and not necessarily probably in a bad way, but they had them so structured, bro, that they was on a program in a sense. I'm sure when you got home, you did this. When you wake up in the morning, we doing this. Like, it's little things that build these habits to where when dad ain't around, you still know to do this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And most parents not on that. Because a lot of parents, they feel like they working all day. When they get home, they gotta cook, and they ain't got the energy to do all that. Of course, you know what I'm saying. So it's speaking from a different class, middle class, lower class people, and they're up there. They already was rich, and of course, but even though they're rich and they have money, it's still a hard job to do that, bro. That's hard, and you can do it at a middle or lower class level too. You can do it. Sacrifice though. What are you willing to sacrifice?
So to keep on that fatherhood and parenting subject, I sent you a video earlier today. Mm-hmm. I don't know how I seen it, but I found this random Facebook page of a dude named Kameel Walker. Mm-hmm. He is a speed and mobility and wide receiver coach in the DFW area. Okay. And the videos he be posting to be of him training his daughter, who has to be like 6 or 7 or something like that. But this girl is doing drills better than grown men, like track drills, speed mobility drills, and she is like focused, laser focused. But when I would read the comments, people be like, yo, you can tell that this girl is not happy, like she's being abused, like she's doing this against her will. And the dad's saying like, yo, I'm setting the foundation so she can excel in life whenever she does leave this nest. Facts. And he posted something today that I thought was very interesting. I don't know whether you read it. I'm about to play it now.
I listened to the video you sent me.
But he was saying that how everybody want his daughter to do like team sports, but he said he feel like team sports has a negative aspect when it comes to like, hey, like I shouldn't feel bad because I gave 100%, but the person next to me isn't as good. Like I should be able to, win off my own merit. So I'm about to play this real quick. I just want to get your feedback on it.
Okay.
Am I wrong for not having my daughter play team sports? Okay? I just feel like I've never seen anywhere in life where someone else's work habits determines your success and your failures, right? Like someone else's like bad juju throws off your energy. You better be married if that's the case, right? So I feel like it's just kind of an unfair thing to where, well, let's go play volleyball. Well, if she's not setting 1,000 times a week, then I don't want to go play with them. Like, and what team is that, right? Like, you don't really know. And then someone challenged me when I told them this. They said, well, how does she get leadership qualities? Well, I've seen time and time again where she leads by example. I've seen time and time again in classroom, right, in academics, even in group sessions with me where she's picking up and encouraging other kids, right? She knows how to clap it up for them. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know, man. Am I tripping by not allowing her at this point?
So do you think he's tripping for not allowing her to play team sports, or do you think he has a point?
He has a point, but I'm real big on nobody does nothing on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my stance. Like, yeah, she's a great athlete individually. I get what you're saying. Like, why would I want to go play with? Why would I put my daughter on this team? And they probably practice twice a week, and then when they are practicing, some of the girls not taking it serious or whatever. They not setting 1,000 times a week or whatever. But it still develops some type of teamwork attitude instead of being all for myself. And not saying that she is all for herself, but if her dad has that mindset, I'm sure he's instilling certain things like that in her. I'm sure he's turning her into a great athlete. He's doing a great job. But I would say that teamwork is very important, bro. It's not just all about you, bro. Like, so
But do you think it's fair? I'm about to cut you off. But did you think it's fair? Say if his daughter did all this work on the volleyball team, did everything, scored every point, everybody get a trophy, but she did all the work. Does that set a good example for the kids? Is that reality, or is that setting like a comfort where it's like it's okay to be mediocre?
It is reality, though. I mean, how many times have you seen a group project get done when everybody get an A and one person really didn't do much? You know what I'm saying? It is reality. Even with companies, these startup companies, it might be 4 people that put the money in to get the company started, but it really was like 1 or 2 who was really doing the grunt work, or really was the brains behind it. So does he get all the credit just because he was the main person, or is this team gonna get credit? Because I did put something into it. I'm probably not as smart as you, okay, but you wouldn't be able to do this without my pitch in.
But you can also do like individual team-esque things like track or wrestling, where it's just like I was a shot putter.
Mm-hmm.
I was one of the best shot putters in South Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't around none of the runners, but my points mattered. Like if I didn't show up for a meet, people was upset at me because they was like, "Yo, well, your points matter to the overall team." Well, me, I'm just thinking like, "Yo, I'm just getting the gold medal. Like I get an individual reward." Where I do just feel like sometimes when you're talking about being exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you do have to take that one kid away because they might learn better by themselves than without a team. Like I guess like gymnasts or whatever you want to call it.
That's true.
But I thought it was just very interesting because I'm seeing this girl and like, to me, I see passion and I see that her doing these workouts, it connected her close to her father. Mm-hmm. But to me, I just see the weakness of some people where they're just like, hey, like you're doing too much. She's not happy. We're just like, no offense. I had happiness when I was doing hard work as a kid because I knew I was getting something done. I knew I was making somebody happy throughout the whole process. So for me, I like what he's doing. So Kareem, keep doing what you're doing. I thought what you said was interesting, but I don't know. Like, does teamwork get you far, or is it better just to be a star player?
Well, it depends on which teammates you're surrounded by, and that's why people always say, you know what I'm saying, birds of a feather.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you surround yourself with people that you know gonna work, or you've seen them put in the work, all y'all gonna do is make each other better.
Mm-hmm.
Cause y'all like low key competing with each other in a friendly competition way, though. You know what I'm saying? We not trying to outshine one each other, but we try to one up each other in the sense to make each other better.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see that, bro, those are the type of teams that win. Everybody doing their job to the best of their ability. Nobody is trying to. So let's say, for example, we got a team and CMO, we got Paul, right? In my opinion, he was the best player on the team at that time. I don't really know anybody who was trying to take that from him because, like, he's doing stuff in practice that can't nobody else do. Like, why would you even
try to even attempt?
Yeah, because, like, that's not your God-given ability. You can't do it. Let him be the star player. Let him do his thing. Everybody do your job the best of your ability. We're going to be successful. And we turned this into a successful season that first year, right? Yeah. With the new coaches. It was a successful season. Like, and granted, it wasn't as successful as we wanted it to be, but we was knocking off ranked teams that year, right? Everybody kind of bought in at that time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody playing their role. Now, for his example, like he was saying, I don't agree with people saying he's being too hard on his daughter because you can't project what your kids might find hard on somebody else. And I don't know what his old career was. If he was a track star or played sports in his background, I'm sure he did. But let's just say he did play sports. That's probably something that he gained the most knowledge from in his life. So why wouldn't you pass that down to your seed? If that's something that you know, like you know this sport, you know athletics more than you probably know anything else. Why wouldn't I plant this seed at an early age?
And I don't think parents, well, people in general know that, kids will let you know if they don't like something. Like if I told my dad I didn't like something, he'll be like, you know what, I got you, but you got to finish the season out.
Yeah, we're not quitting.
We're not quitting. Finish the season out. We'll try something different next year. But for me, the you just see in her eyes that she's showing up with a purpose and she's happy she's there. And for you to just come in and just be like, hey, not my kid. It's funny because he commented on something my kid. He was like, yeah, I saw your kid. Your kid's fat. He was like,
feel me? Like,
I was just like, damn. I was like, that's crazy.
I mean, that's real though. That's why I say you can't project the stuff that you saying to the next person. Just because it might look hard, the face she making, you're not used to seeing your kid work out and go through that stress right there. That's and not bad stress, but the stress of working out and pushing your body to this limit. That's probably what it was. I mean, you saying you sense passion. Other people probably sense she don't want to be there. Nah, she fighting through something. She working. Like, you know what I'm saying? She really laying on the line right now.
And I think the earlier you fight through adversity, the better you off in the long run. Because some people don't hit adversity until they older, and then they all out of sorts.
They don't know how to handle it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or they never really had to fight through that adversity. Somebody shielded them from it, coddled them. Now when you're on your own, it's like a culture shock in a sense. Like you don't like, dang, how do I move around this? And you could have been getting them lessons at a younger age. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's doing a great job, in my opinion. I don't know him, but shout out to him though, bro. He's doing a great job with that baby girl.
All right, so me and you got into it last week, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What's going on with this Gillie and Cam thing, man? You don't think Cam being corny with this whole thing?
Nah, bro. Gillie being corny, bro. Like,
how Gillie being corny when he just gave an opinion off of his opinion?
Well, because Cam never said nothing to Gillie.
But he said something about, so, all right, if y'all don't know what's going on right now, so if you're following the NFL recently, my Eagles won last year. We won the Super Bowl. But a lot of times when these sports analysts on ESPN talk about Jalen Hurts, our quarterback, they saying like, what did he contribute to the team? And Cam, he has been repeatedly saying like, hey, like, I can't really gauge his talent because he had too many skilled receivers. And I feel like as a quarterback, you should know that's half the game. You still got to put it in the vicinity. You got to put it in the area. And why not just give this black man his props? I mean, as another black quarterback, just give this man his props. But instead, you are repeatedly doubling down saying, I don't believe in Jalen Hurts.
Now, go ahead, my fault.
No, I was going to say, then Gillie came and was just like, hey, are you saying that because he did something you couldn't do, which was win a ring? And when that happened, that's when it started the whole beef.
Right. So Cam never said nothing to him personally. He didn't say anything to Gillie. So my thing is, of course, Cam said what he said, but he's going to keep saying now because it's generating views at this point. And he's getting a lot of engagement from it. So he's going to keep talking about it. I get what he's saying. I think Jalen Hurts cold. He nice to me, but I get what Cam is saying as far as Cam is looking at it as, man, I won the MVP. I carried my team to the Super Bowl, and you really can't name none of my receivers. He didn't say that, but
Steve Smith, I mean, he had receivers. What do you mean?
Steve Smith was not on that Super Bowl team. Steve Smith was in Baltimore at the time. That 2015, Steve Smith was already gone. He had like Ted Ginn and Devin Funches.
So why did they lose at that game?
That Broncos defense.
Oh, it wasn't because he didn't fall on the ball. He was scared to fall on the ball.
They was already down 14.
That wouldn't have changed anything.
No, they was down 14. That bro, like look, think about this, bro. You have the number one defense in the league with, I don't want to say bottom tier, but none of those receivers were AJ Brown or Devontae Smith. The running back wasn't Saquon. Who was the running back on Cam's team when they went to Super Bowl? Can you tell me?
Not right now, no.
Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people know who Saquon is. If you know football or you watch sports, you know who Saquon Barkley is. You know who AJ Brown is. You know who Devontae Smith is.
That Panthers team wasn't ass, though. They was good that year. I'm
not saying they was ass. Their defense was really good, and Cam was just really, really good that year. He won the MVP for a reason. Like, he was really, really good.
But he didn't win.
He didn't, okay? So his thing is, okay, like, put it like this. Is Lamar Jackson elite?
Yeah.
Is he better than Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
Lamar ain't got no ring. So
those hold on.
Lamar and Cam both MVPs.
Hold on. Because you could say the same thing about Tom Brady. Like, was Tom Brady the most skilled, most athletic quarterback? No, but he was a winner. There's different ways of winning.
But he got MVPs and stuff to back it up. Because now, listen, hear me out though. Hear me out though. Yeah, I give you that. But hear me out though. Like, the accolades start to matter at that point. Your personal accolades after you win the Super Bowl, the personal accolades matter. You know what I'm saying? So you could look at it and say, okay, if you put Lamar Jackson on the Eagles team, they would have won 2 Super Bowls by now. With all that talent on that team, they would have won already. You put Cam Newton on that team, they would have won multiple Super Bowls. I like Jalen Hurts, bro. He's a dog to me. I don't think he's as bad as people might say he is, or
he's not bad.
He's not bad at all. He a dog, bro. He's nice. You know what I'm saying? But I get what Cam was saying though. I get what you're saying too. Like, why are you back? Why you throwing salt on a black man, bro? Like, we supposed to be bigging up each other, but he was just giving a honest football take, bro.
And even on that, it's just like, yo, you win the Super Bowl once, go again.
Go win again.
I'm about to say my boy Jalen. The first time we went, my boy Nick Foles, they won one, went back, he lost. He didn't go down himself. He's like, no, we'll be back next year.
You talking Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts, yeah. They went back. Won the Super Bowl. Like, I respect that. It's just like, yo, for me, the real issue I have with Cam is that, like, let's bring it into parts. First of all, he wasn't talking to Gillie, but Gillie is pretty much the Eagles mascot.
And that's the corny part right there.
I mean, regardless of what you said, like, if that was able to get you a trophy and a Super Bowl ring, would you do it still?
I don't think those was his though.
But you don't think somebody outside of playing on the field can bring morale to the team that can like pretty much push the team to win or give them a type of morale?
They can, but I don't think that was Gillie.
You don't think Gillie on the sidelines every day hyping the team up, going in the locker room?
I think they was laughing at him. Like, not like, I think it was like, okay, he's
this is
making me laugh. Okay,
that is true, but he did bring something to that season, regardless of fact. And my thing is, Cam, a person who never even laced them up got a ring before you.
Man, but
who's winning? I think our argument was who is winning right now. You say you think Cam winning?
Cam up 3-0. Because look, all right, so look. At the end of the day, Cam he's not talking to anybody. He's giving his opinion on his show.
Mm-hmm.
Gillie makes it personal about him. You talking about my quarterback? You ain't never won nothing. What you talking about? You dive on the ball. Going at him personally about his football career. Now, when I talk about your trash rap career, now you mad and now I'm the bad person. It's fair game at this point. You talking about me? I'm finna go at your rap career. You really not.
But who they say Gillie wrote for though?
Who they say he wrote for Wayne? There's no real proof on that though.
I didn't say that. Well, I said who they say he wrote for.
They say that, but there's no proof on it though. And then like, come on now, like I don't.
And what do people say Wayne did? They say he one of the best rappers
ever. But that don't mean that you a good rapper just because you might have. If they say you wrote for someone, why couldn't you make no good music then?
Sometimes it's the voice of different things. Like that's like saying how come some of these NBA coaches who win all these championships who never played before can win these games.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. When Cam said his album was Philadelphia, I died laughing, guy, because I never knew that. I didn't know.
Gillie,
I don't know any of his albums.
I'm from that area, so that like he plays on his words. So my thing is, I wasn't really a big Gillie fan, but my thing is that I respect that he was sticking up for his city, for his team. And honestly, if I was Cam, I wouldn't have responded, because it's like, you never played before. Like you said, like, all right, you talking, but I'm not going to even give you the time of day. But Cam knows if he goes back and forth with Gillie, it's going to raise up his viewership
and engagement for sure. But I mean, so it's not like, yeah, you ain't never played before, but you got millions of followers too, and you came at me. I didn't say anything to you. I didn't say anything about you.
That's like somebody talking about. That's like somebody talking about. You have a brother?
Yeah.
That's like somebody talking about your brother. Like you going to stick up for your brother. They might not be talking to you, but you going to stick up for your family.
I mean, but they not really family though, bro. Like he just plays for the team in that state, in that city, bro. It's like, come on now, like you can't tell me. At least I don't know. I don't know personally, but I don't think that Jalen Hurts and Gilbert Arenas. I mean, Gilbert. That's it, Gilbert Arenas. Gillie. I don't think they talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm pretty sure not, but I know that they both benefit each other in a way. Like Gillie's bringing some type of viewership, some type of, how can I say, because regardless of what you say, like Gillie and Wallow have a big platform on social media.
They do. I think there's more Wallow though. You know what I'm saying? I think Gillie is kind of the he the funny guy. I feel like
you saying some hot takes right now.
I think Wallow is the one who brings more of the perspective and you know, and positivity to it, and make you know what I'm saying. He served the prison time. He got a lot of knowledge that he's trying to spill now, in a sense. I feel like Gillie is the one, like you said, he's the mascot one. He keep the energy up and keep it high, which you need that. You do need that, but I don't think that would be as successful as it is without Wallow. I think Wallow will be able to hold his own better than Gillie will hold his own by itself, personally.
Oh, they're definitely stronger as a duo.
Stronger. They go back to our teamwork we were just talking about last second.
Yeah, they're definitely stronger as a duo. Mm-hmm. I'm not even gonna argue that part. You got, I'll give you that. All right, my last topic is, what do you think about this whole Tank versus Jake Paul thing?
From what I heard, at least, they say Tank got offered around between 200 and 250 million. So my take is, I would do the same thing. I would retire like he did and go fight for that bread. Plain and simple. I don't really think it's a big question either. Like, I don't think it's that hard of a decision to make, especially when you've only been getting. I don't want to say only been getting, but you know what I'm saying. He, as big of a fighter as he is, I don't think he's had over a $10 million fight. Maybe.
Let's imagine you Tank Davis though.
Mm-hmm.
You are the last of the real boxers and what it means to be a boxer. You're putting the whole legacy of boxing on the line for a big payday. Do you think it's worth possibly destroying the sport that brought you to the game?
Destroyed already. The sport is already destroyed. It's already destroyed just because what Jake Paul doing. Jake Paul makes more than any boxer, and he's just really he can, don't get twisted. Like, at this point he can box. Like, at this point, but if he fought a real fighter in his weight class, I think he's around the light heavyweight or cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? Around that 200 weight, he get his head knocked off by an experienced fighter who's been fighting their whole life. He's picking and choosing his fighters. Do your thing. But for him, bro, he's making, like, I don't know, 200, 500 million every fight. He getting all these big sponsors behind him, bro. It wouldn't make sense for Tank not to do that and set his family up forever, bro. Like, and boxing not even it's a sport, but it's not a sport, bro. People die in the ring every year. Boxers die. Every year it's a boxer that dies in the ring, bro. It's nothing you play around with. So if I can secure my legacy with one fight, one exhibition, it's not gonna count towards my record. It's an exhibition. I can get 250 million. I can walk away from this, and I feel fine about myself, because none of these people really care about me.
So if he loses,
he's not gonna lose. It'll be a draw.
I said if he loses, what does that mean?
I mean, it'll look bad, but I don't think he would really care. you get 250 million. And not saying money is everything, but I think that's what this decision is about, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, look what Floyd did with Conor McGregor. He got 300 million off that fight, and I think Conor got like 100 million. And Conor McGregor never. I ain't gonna say he never got in the UFC ring again, but he wasn't taking it serious no more.
Yeah.
Because who cares at this point? I got $100 million. I can go branch off and do other stuff instead of getting punched and kicked in my head forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get punched no more. It don't feel good like it did when I was younger. When I was hungry and really was fighting for money. Like, it don't feel that I don't got that dog in me, that anger that I was mad at the time. I was really trying to hurt people. I was angry. He not on that no more.
You don't think he should have gave Roach his rematch though, even though everybody know he lost that match?
I mean, he should have, but like, why though? If I can get 200,
because
if I can get 250 right now, why? You wait your turn, because really, I'm the A side still. So you wait for me.
But you know you lost.
But you still gotta wait on me. I'm the A side. People wouldn't know Lamont Roach if it wasn't for Tank Davis, except for like people that really know boxing. But Tank put him on that platform and made him I ain't gonna say a household name, but boxing fans know who he is now.
Oh, that's true.
And Craig Ryan trained him before down here. Roach, he was actually when Ryan first gym down here. He actually trained Lamont Roach on some workout cardio. So he got videos and everything. He actually was down here training, bro.
That's dope, bro.
That's dope, bro.
So I said this is my real last question. So going off of that, what price will make you be able to retire and just be happy? What money amount will be like, you know what, I can really just focus on my family, do whatever I want. I can actually be happy.
Well, bro, happiness is kind of like an up and down thing anyway. So no matter how much money I have, I'm gonna have moments when I'm not happy. You know what I'm saying?
Or more so just good. But let me take happy. Make sure you good. Like,
I'm
you know,
good.
like you good for your family. Like what amount of money would that be?
I think at this point, especially depending on like what you consider a family, like probably like for me, especially coming from a smaller town or smaller city, I'd say I ain't really big on spending a lot. Like, I don't really care for all that extra stuff, spending clothes and I don't really care for all that. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't really spend my money on that anyway. I'd be more so with the properties and real estates, and just if anybody in my family needed something, yeah. So probably like between $5 and $10 million, bro.
Okay.
That'll get you comfortable. It had you good, and it's not a lot of BS that comes with that, as opposed to probably having 50 to 100 million.
I was gonna say 25 mil, but 20. I think 25 mil I would be good.
You good for sure,
Yeah.
for sure, no question. But you know what I'm saying. I think you should be good off 5 to 10 million. The average person should be good if you know how to manage that money right, and if you know where to put the money. Of course, there's gonna be losses within it when it comes to investing. You're gonna lose sometimes, but you surround yourself with the right people, bro. Get these I don't want to say a financial advisor, because sometimes
They be trying to skim.
they be scamming, bro, and they probably make $70,000, $80,000 a year. So how you gonna? I ain't gonna say how, but like how you managing 100 or 50, 25 million, and this is all that you got. And I don't want to make it sound like that, because that's probably a bad example. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
the whole Jaylen Brown thing. We said he didn't want to have an agent because he was like, when he came in, they was like, hey, if you give us 10%, we'll set you up with a house, a car, X, Y, and Z. And he was just like, well, what you're making with that 10% is 20 times more than that house, the car. So he was like, I'd rather just come and do it myself.
And you see how he thinking, and that's why they give him a lot of problems. In the NBA, you know what I'm saying? The owners, the media, they call him. You know what I'm saying? They say he's aloof. He don't like people, or he's hard to get along with, and all that stuff. Whole time, he can think for himself. And my playing ability, why do I need you to go negotiate with that? I can show my stats, I can show what I'm doing, and I can compare it to the next person and what they getting. Pay me what I'm worth.
Right.
Same thing Lamar Jackson did. Him and his mama go negotiate. I don't need an agent to do that. I'll hire a lawyer to read the fine print. I don't need no agent getting 3% of this. I can pay the lawyer to read it and just make sure everything good, and I'm not getting scammed. I break him off what he needs to be broken off, but he don't need 3%. It don't make sense to me when your talent already speaking for itself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
What's crazy is Parsons being traded.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. I wasn't expecting that. I was one of the people that was saying that Jerry was gonna pay him. Like, he's not gonna let him go, bro. This is Dallas. This like the Dallas Hollywood. They it's just a a media thing.
Yeah.
It's all media, bro. I'm like, he's not gonna let that man go.
Have you seen his Netflix Cowboys thing so far?
I haven't.
I started watching last night, and I ain't gonna lie, Jerry Jones just a dickhead. Like he really just think he just knows it. Yeah. And he'll even say like, hey, like I know everybody think what I'm doing is crazy, but he's like, I just like going the opposite way.
Man, he is robbing these people, bro, down here. Like, this Cowboy Nation is like really die hard, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And he continuously robbing them year in and year out, bro. And they still gonna show up to the games though.
Mm-hmm. And pay that money.
They still gonna pay, bro. Like, this is the biggest fan base everywhere. Like, cause when we was younger or when our parents was younger, like, apparently the only teams that got shown on TV or like nationwide for real was like the Cowboys and the Steelers.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So those are like the biggest fan bases.
Mm-hmm.
And then Texas is just huge, bro. So it's so many fans down here for the Cowboys, bro. And they gonna show up and they gonna show out. But I don't think he cares about that. He won't hit that money. And he's gonna save the money. And they say he did the slimy stuff by trying to negotiate with Michael without his agent. And you know what I'm saying? Michael probably don't need an agent, but he felt comfortable with the agent.
Yeah.
That's what he felt comfortable with. So why are you trying to negotiate with me without my agent here?
Sneaky, bro.
It's sneaky, bro. You trying to make me sign off on some stuff that I'm not really equipped to dissect like that. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't prepared to dissect it. You trying to make me sign this contract to where it's a 5-year offer, but I'm really locked in for 6-7 years or something like that. They said just something weird, bro. Like, yeah, man, Jerry messed up, bro. But it is what it is. He got all that oil money and that power, bro. He don't care. He gonna do what he want to do, and he gonna stand on it. He arrogant with it too. He don't care what nobody say.
I kind of respect it, but it's just like you said, when you have all these fans that people who just been craving for 30 years, it's just like, bro, like, do for the people, man. Or let somebody just take his, like, since Jimmy Johnson, they have been good, and that's the thing. The documentary, like, that's the last person he gave a little bit of power to with Jimmy Johnson.
He ain't like that. He ain't like somebody else getting more credit than him. He ain't like that. He used to being in control, being in power, bro. Like, people with oil money, bro, like, you different, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's different. Can't nobody bro, he can buy politicians and all that if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? He has that type of money and that type of power. People gonna listen to him. Plain and simple. And why give up that power with anything? I'm not giving up this power with nothing.
Yeah.
Until I check out of here. And at that point, he don't care. Once you gone, like, you can't say nothing anyway. You gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? What everybody say about you, it is what it is, because you gone. You don't care no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how he moving.
Yeah. Well, still fuck the Cowboys, man. Well, I'm going to end this right here, man. It's your boy, Trader Realist, episode number 8 of If You Don't Mind Me Asking.
Yes,
again, I want to say thank you to my boy, Amon. Any last words?
Man, yeah, man. I just want to tell anybody, bro, that's, if you looking for some motivation or something, bro, if you struggling finding some motivation or inspiration, I personally think a clearer mind comes from some type of activity, working out, getting a clear mind from that, bro. If you do struggle with smoking or something like that, and you've been telling yourself that you want to quit, go ahead and push that button, bro. Like, go ahead, bro, sis, whoever it is, man. If this is something that you've been struggling with, and you, man, I don't even want to do this no more. I'm trying to be better, man. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Stop sitting around waiting on it, because time ain't waiting on none of us. So make the change when you're ready to do it. First of all, you gotta be ready to do it. But when you do it, stay locked in, man. Make that a life change. Don't just do it for a temporary thing. You know what I'm saying? We only getting older. We're not getting younger. We can't get that time back, but it's not too late to change. You know what I'm saying? So whoever needed to hear that, I hope it was some inspiration and some motivation. Like I said, find a loved one or find somebody that you find some type of inspiration from, man. Lock in and take it to the next level, man.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Trader Realist from the Lou to NJ.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Lou, man.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
St. Louis. We know how we come.
Yo, remember to love yours, man. It's your boy Trader Realist. Peace. Thank you for watching the video. If you like what you saw, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. We have similar videos above. For exclusive content, please follow our Patreon, which is patreon.com/BearviewMedia. See you next time. Peace.